toward another landfall in the Carolinas.
Yeah, and First Alert meteorologist Rachel Coulter, you've been pretty busy tracking this and the outer bands and such. I mean, the Carolinas already getting hit by it.
Exactly, especially to the south and east of I-85. That's really been the barrier of where we've seen most of the rainfall so far today. Some of our northwestern counties have stayed almost completely dry. Meanwhile, our southeastern counties have been picking up rain almost all day long. And once we get towards Thursday, most if not all of us will be experiencing bands of heavy rainfall that could lead to areas of flooding. And we could also see some of those gusty winds as well. So I want to show you some of that latest track at this point. You can see that that curves right over the Carolinas, taking that as a tropical storm. That center of circulation really could go anywhere from Charlotte and out towards just to the east of the area. And if we could switch this over to Max 1, I want to walk you through some of the impacts that we're expecting here at home across the next couple of days. Debbie's going to bring those local impacts that are going to be peaking on Thursday. You'll notice that that tropical storm Debbie has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. It's moving to the east at 5 miles per hour, as I mentioned before. This has now made its way over the Atlantic Ocean. It's going to make another landfall late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, really anywhere from Charleston and up towards Myrtle Beach, eventually curving to the north there as we work our way into Friday, and then it's out of here. So we should be impact free by the time we get towards about Friday midday, early afternoon, unless this slows down even more. Right now it's a little more disorganized. We've got some dry air starting to work in as well. That's going to fight against its opportunity to re-intensify as it moves over the warm waters of the Atlantic Ocean. Either way, it doesn't really matter how strong this storm is. What that main impact is, the flooding. Looking at some of the rainfall estimates over the past 48 hours, and I'm noticing some of those estimates over 15 inches of rain just to the south of Charleston, about 5 inches of rainfall to 6 inches of rainfall south of Columbia and out towards the southeast there along the east coastline of North Carolina. And Wednesday, widespread flash flooding will continue along the coastline of South and North Carolina. Here at home, that's going to peak by Thursday. Here's your excessive rainfall outlook. What you're looking at when you start to see that pink, that's mainly for our southeastern counties. That's a level 4 out of 4 risk for excessive rainfall, which means widespread flash flooding likely in these areas, with a level 3 out of 4 risk along the I-77 corridor. So numerous areas of flash flooding expected, and that's why we have that flood watch I mentioned before along and east of I-77. These areas could see 3 to 6 inches of rainfall, with even higher totals possible for those of you listening in from Union, Anson County, down towards Chesterfield counties, with about 1 to 3 inches possible if you're listening in from the mountains and the foothills, where we're likely going to stay dry for a good portion of tomorrow, if not all day long. Any scattered showers will be in our southeastern counties until later on tomorrow night. Check back in same time tomorrow. We're going to be watching the leading edge of all of this heavy rainfall moving in. That's going to bring some big time impacts to that Thursday morning commute, especially. Bands of heavy rain could allow for some of that areas of flooding that'll continue through the afternoon, even through the evening hours, just depending on where that center of circulation goes. And this particular model puts that right over the Charlotte metro before lifting north and east by Friday. So there's your rain. Let's talk about the wind gusts. Those are going to start to pick up tomorrow afternoon. You're going to start to feel the winds around 20 to 30 miles per hour wind gusts into the afternoon, and then of course peaking overnight and into Thursday as that system works right overhead. Again, even though the wind gusts aren't going to be super impressive, peaking at around 35 miles per hour with some isolated wind gusts even higher than that. With those saturated grounds, trees down, some isolated power outages are going to be a possibility. First alert weather day in place for your Thursday. High temperatures now around 80 degrees. Back in the upper 80s Friday as Debbie exits, and then this weekend finally going to be drying out for the most part. Just some scattered showers possible, high temperatures in the upper 80s, and that trend will carry on over into next week.
All right, thanks, Rachel. And all